Alright, we're back with day number 2 of the Melvor account. I've done quite a bit actually. I was kind of at an awkward point yesterday where I wasn't ready to be done, but I didn't want to start a second episode. So to recap what I did, you can see my gear here. Got a mix of steel, iron, and mithril stuff at the moment. And like I said, pretty typical, I think, progression path of, I had my bronze sword, bronze shield, and from there killed some steel knights, got a steel scimitar, did some strength training up to 42 overnight, in addition to killing some other stuff as well. From there, pick up other piece of gear if I scroll down here properly. Ended up with mostly like steel boots, helmet, weapon, and shield. Did a little bit with that, got higher levels and whatnot. Black Knight, not really worth fighting. The drop rates for things are really low. There is a mod that shows you the drop rates, I believe, but I don't have that. I should probably look into using some of the information-based mods just for clarity's sake, because you can and often do go look them up on the wiki anyways when you're planning these things out. So purely informational things like that I'm not particularly bothered by in terms of game alteration. But anyways, also killed some of the things in the graveyard. Zombie hand, iron plate body, and legs. I think that's where I got those initially. And then zombie itself drops a steel plate body and steel boots. Those are both a 1 in 4, I think. It took me quite a few kills to get the plate body though. And then once I got those, went on up to Mithril Knight, and yeah, killed a couple of these, not too many, just to get a better weapon. Training attack at this point, but just about to base 40 melee stats. And cows, I can pretty much fully idle now. I didn't when I was gone, just, for the tiny chance that I die. And the loot wasn't going to be substantial anyway, so I was still on plants, but probably could have gained more XP at the very least if I did cows, because you spend less time waiting for the respawn. But that's about it as far as that goes. Have some extra potatoes here. 2,800 of those. I've spent quite a few fighting stuff, getting upgrades and whatnot. I don't know when the next upgrades or what the next thing I'm going to fight is. Maybe Adamant Knight. It sounds kind of tough, honestly. 69 combat versus 33 of the Mithril Knight. Probably worth going to the Mithril Knight and getting a plate body, perhaps. I don't know how rated that is. We'll have to look it up. But I do have quite a bit of money at this point. And I'm going to turn these pieces of leather into more money, essentially. Go ahead and do this a couple times. Spacebar through it here. And then repeat this several more times. Just rake it all in here, and we'll be able to afford, after this, our next couple of skills. So I'm ready to bust out the whatever it's called. Let's see, 465. More green dragonhide coming in. And yeah, with that, I guess I'll leave this running, actually, because, might as well. And pull up the wheel. Well, before that, I guess I just want to demonstrate our next skill is 25k. And everything here, or all the other locked skills are here. Range is gone, as you might have noticed. I didn't do that myself, so I'm guessing the wheel automatically pulls it out whenever you roll it, so just go ahead and roll the next one, I guess. Okay, interesting. It at least has synergy. I was worried it was going to roll farming there for a second, but it at least has synergy. So let's go unlock that. Alright, here we go. Fletching. 25k. I would say down the drain, but that actually goes quite a long way, I feel like. Maybe not immediately, but like I said, the skill unlock ramp costs are going to ramp up pretty quickly. So to have this unlocked and available at the very least is great. Even without woodcutting, you can get logs from drops and such, so that is a potential avenue for us to take. And again, demonstrating here, next skill is 50k. And we have the funds and the desire to unlock a skill, so we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel again. And yeah, fletching did get automatically removed, so that's pretty nice. Oh, okay. This is definitely interesting. That is another means of crafting range supplies in terms of armor, so yeah, okay. I'm into it. We'll see what this shapes out like. There is... the gears already turn a little bit in terms of potential money-making methods with all of the skills I've got so far, so we'll have to see how that turns out. But also I like the nice 69% default here before you select anything. So crafting, we can look at the milestones here, mostly jewelry and range armor based. So jewelry could actually be pretty nice as well if we level this up and manage to make some decent jewelry. Is it the gold topaz ring you need for the rare drops, the signet ring drops? That would be potentially nice to get early. You normally get it from a Slayer area, which I was going to talk about earlier. A lot of the early combat progression paths people suggest involve Slayer areas. So like the Mummy, for example, you can fight at pretty low level, and he drops you up gold topaz ring, amulet of strength, silver diamond ring. The necklaces are alright as well, but those three are all pretty solid. And then one I saw in a guide was the goo monster, dagger early on for fighting plants, mithril dagger again, fast weapon, adamant, amulet of defense here, things of that nature. And of course, since we don't have Slayer unlocked, not a possibility for us. And speaking of unlocks, we can see here, next skill is 200k. So to recap, we've gone from 10k to 25k to 50k to 200k. So it ramps up quite quickly. And we don't necessarily have the means of, beyond this like 200k, acquiring anything all that quickly. I am probably going to slay a ridiculous number of cows to get this 200k and then see where that lands us. It'd be nice to get some kind of gathering skill or something that doesn't require material input. So woodcutting, fishing, mining, thieving, even farming to an extent. We get seeds through combat. Agility and astrology are the main ones as far as that goes. Slayer would be a nice unlock as well, of course. Anything else is kind of a dud at this point, honestly. There might be a way to work in summoning with certain materials. I'd have to research that a little bit and see what we have available, but yeah, I think I will probably kill a bunch of cows and try to save up 200k, and in the meantime I'll just, keep idling this and see what kind of stuff we can get up to combat-wise for upgrades. I just thought about this actually, but one very real point of concern is the fact that we need a food supply. I don't know if we can sustain ourselves on potatoes forever. That sounds like a lot of potential grinding plants in order to do like dungeons and such. And if we get unlucky, that could be a legitimate possibility. Farming would be a decent way to get some, passive food. But to my knowledge, let's see here. Well, okay. Yeah, I guess I should check this before opening my mouth too much, but something around here drops trout, and it might be a Slayer creature. And I believe that's how some combat-only people get their food, or a decent amount of it. I I remember I have a bunch of trout on my other character from probably something that drops an amulet for the Fez grind. 1 second. Okay, I was mistaken about the trout. I have no idea where I got all that trout on my other character, but in the wet forest here, we do have access to some monsters that drop both raw and cooked food. Looks like salmon is most common here. I don't know how likely we would be to like sustain food or over sustain, perhaps even. I guess they are pretty low level, so we'll probably get to the point where we could do something like that. Just grind out a ton of these and stockpile food that way, and hopefully come out with a surplus, almost certainly even. So I guess that's our fallback in the worst case scenario, because let's see, skills we could produce food with. Fishing, eventually. Magic fish you can catch later on, and you don't have to cook them. Cooking, obviously. You can get raw food and cook it, either from a drop or like cows, for example. Thieving, can get plenty of food that way, and that's what I did on my other adventure character. Farming as well. And I think that's about it as far as skill unlocks go. So if we can get one of those early, that'll go a long way with helping that out. Not quite up to the money threshold for the next skill yet, but I did hit base 40 melee stats, and I think that is time to take it to this ice monster here, which hopefully does not destroy us. 36% chance to hit, max of about a quarter of our health, and this thing has a 1 in 10 chance to drop an ice sword. Is that just what it's called? Something like that. And it is pretty good. Very good odds, 1 in 10 for that level of upgrade, so that's what we're trying for here, and we'll probably just stay here until we get it. I did kill a handful of ice monsters, didn't get the sword, went back to cows, let the HP top off, completely out of food. Never mind, I guess I have 18 potatoes. So I'll be going back to plants after this, most likely, but yeah, we do have enough for another skill unlock again. 200k. Let's spin the wheel. Alright, you know the deal by now. Time number 3 this episode, number 4 overall. Oh no! I was so hopeful that that was going to be thieving. Even though it's not super ideal right now, it would have been great in the like slightly short term and medium term and long term. So it would have been an amazing unlock, but there is farming, I guess. I did consider this possibility as one in which you could get some food, but oh, here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and unlock it. Farming. Interestingly enough, these are not skills. Okay, I have crafting on my other adventure character, not ranged farming or fletching though, so yeah, I mean, can I plant this herb seed? I might be able to. I guess I might want some compost, which you can buy in the shop for 500 each. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Can't plant herbs yet. Level 5. Okay. So I need some potato seeds from something. I might end up killing some, whatever they're called, farmers? Farmland? Junior farmer drops potato seeds. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that, actually, because might as well get the ball rolling on this. Farmers aren't going to be too bad to handle. 6% chance to hit. Get some potato seeds. Start getting going on farming. We are capped at level 47 for skills right now, but at the very least we can hit that cap. If we do hit that cap, it's fine. We'll still be getting mastery XP, which is a pretty big deal for farming. So basically there's no reason not to go in on this at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and buy some compost. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's only plus 10. I need some more compost. And I guess I need to buy this other plot as well. Whoa. Hang on, you can buy another one? Just straight up? Alright, back to cows then. Maybe I'll kill a few of these, get some potato seeds enough to actually plant, and then I'll go back to cows so you can buy that extra plot. I don't know how many more we can buy, but I'm gonna buy all the ones I can so I can plant as many seeds as possible. I might have forgot to mention this as well, but I bought a few bank spaces. They're really cheap to start out. Don't know when it hits the cap, but the cap is 5 mil per bank space. No strict limitations on the amount of bank space you can buy in adventure mode. I know hardcore it's limited at 88 from the shop. And then later on from dungeons can showcase this, I believe. Nope, because it's not unlocked, but these dungeons over here, you can get bank slot tokens from, and that's basically just a free bank slot. So yeah, that'll be a potential avenue in the future as well. But for now, the bank space are pretty cheap, and we don't have that many items we want to keep a hold of. When you die, there's a chance you lose some of your items, so that is the main reason to keep stuff like this around, but eventually we'll graduate past that and not really have to worry about that and just be able to sell them straight up. Runes are another consideration. If I don't have that many, could potentially sell them for the purpose of freeing up space, but otherwise looking at, stockpiling things over time if possible. Alright, let's go ahead and purchase that. Another 5,000. Okay, next one is level 10 for 15,000. So I am going to go ahead and buy some compost here. 14 of it's going to run us 7,000. Leave us with a little left over. And top that off. 5 there, 5 there. 100% chance to grow, and holy crap. I didn't realize you had to click so many times. I've been using the, harvest all and plant all buttons, but that is not a luxury I can afford at 7,000 gold a cycle right now. Anyways, I think I'm going to call that for an episode here. I may end up going back to the ice monster and picking that up. The sword that is, going for that. That remains to be seen. Might do that a little bit later on, but for now, gonna stick it out at cows. Maybe go back to plants to farm up some more potatoes before doing ice monster stuff. I'll have to see how big the yield is from these potato seeds, because I have no idea how many you get anymore at a low level. So yeah, about 2 hours from now I'll check on those and hopefully get some mastery XP and all that jazz. But yeah, that is pretty much the end. Next skill unlock at 250k. Not going to push for that today. I'll just get it, tomorrow, next video, however you want to look at it, and go from there. See what else we can pick up. Definitely an interesting first few unlocks here, and not things I normally would have picked, which is kind of the point of the series, right? See how things shape up based on the order of the random skill unlocks. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.